All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to Apostle Elders in New York, GMS, and salutation to all around the world that's teaching truth. My name is Maya Ka'al Nagab. I'm with Chicago branch of GMS, and I'd like to make a disclaimer that we in GMS and other groups that teach the scriptures 1%, truthfully, we are not affiliated with any black identity extremes group. All right, we are not black, we are Israelites. All right, and the Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, black is a color, not a nationality. Okay, so there's no such thing as black Hebrew Israelites, black Jews, and black this. All right, now when you see certain articles or books and stuff, they said black Jews, you have to remember somebody authored the article to just, basing off information from their paradigm. All right, when they say black, they basically talking about dark brown skinned people. All right, so this is something I want to share with you since it's so-called Black History Month. All right, because Black History Month, all they gonna teach you is that your history it'll do two things for Black history for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. What they do, they just display the history of the Israelite so-called Negroes. They'll display it like in two time eras: chattel slavery and the civil rights era. All right, and that's what they do. Civil rights era probably like I say it's more infamous like in the 1960s. All right, that's what 1960s, probably late 50s. But anyway, that's the two time eras they always display to our people. There's like so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American, but they never show you who you are or go beyond the history of who were the captives, captive so-called slaves, what nationality that they were, what was they forefathers doing before they came over here on cargo slave ships. All right, I'm talking about the Southern Kingdom, so-called Negroes, Judah, so-called West Indians, Benjamin, and so-called Haitians, Levy. All right, so it's right here. It says right here, Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. It says, "Well, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou should be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of power, also forget thy children." Right, and our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Right, could be destroyed because we disobey the law, statute, and commandments. Well, you might as well say destroy. Not destroy the commandments, but we transgressed the commandments. All right, we was going off. That's what I mean. That's destroy. Yeah. So now we under the curses, man. But they slowly couple off us. According to Deuteronomy 30 verse 7, going to Esau, so-called white man. That's why you see his economy going bad. He's not liked and he's not looked up to as he used to be in previous past. If you look at America as the golden city, and that's not everybody seeing America what it is. Everybody starts seeing the so-called white man, Esau, for what he is, which he's the devil. And the word devil it means deceiver, mean Diablo, man. All right, as I gather ancestors, the so-called Native Americans used to say, the white, just using the phrase, they said the so-called white man has a forked tongue like a snake, and he does, man. Cause what's one of the last he like to push? He like to push that the so-called Negroes. So-called Negroes, so-called West Indians, so-called Haitians are Africans. That's not true, man. All right. And Esau tongue fall upon himself, man. And that's part of biblical prophecy. All right, it's that Psalms Uh, see, I'll get this right. Psalms. I think it's. I don't know why the computer doing that. Psalm 64. Psalm 64 and 8. Alright. It says right here, Psalm 64 and 8. So they shall make their own tongue fall upon themselves, and all they see them shall flee away. Right. So this is one of the best examples of the tongues. Esau tongue fall upon himself from this website, roof.com. Alright. And there's information on Israelites, particularly our people that's in West Africa. Now, I personally know a family, they're part of my family, because basically a long time ago, my father, they're from the West Side, so they just getting a scuffle with this particular family, and so they decided, they made up, so they decided to basically become family. So that's what happened in various tribes, man. Tribe of Gad. They may take a liking to somebody, and that person become called their tribe. So this situation, my father and that particular other family, they decided to become one tribe, one family. So this family, I talked to one of the individuals about 3-4 years ago, and he told me about his auntie, and what she said that their family are descendants of the Israelites from Cameroon. And I said before, I meant to go get an interview with his auntie, because she's real sickly, but she has a lot of information about her family being Israelites, and well, I'm gonna get that Howard Rogers out soon, So, but anyway, get to this. It says right here from haroof.com. All right. So it says right here, it's a black rabbi who claims to be the head of Cameroon government exile, has the backing of Israeli and British ultra Orthodox rabbis to bring back the lost 10 tribes from Africa. Rabbi Yisrael Oria, currently in Manchester, fundraising for his master and daughter, revealed his amazing story. All right. And this I knew that family I was talking about the time, because I did all my research, and I came across this a long time ago. And they talk about Israelites in other books. Talking about Israelites in Cameroon. All right, but anyway, right here. So here's the information. It says about Israelites in Cameroon. It says right here. It said reproduced by Curry's Hill, the Jewish Telegraph group of newspaper, UK. It's information from the United Kingdom, Britain. www.jewishtelegraph.com. It's you scoffers, you always talk shit. But here we come with archaeological evidence to back up what we saying. And that's Esau, he's a devil, man. He do anything to keep you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans knowing you're the Israelites. But anyway, it says right here, it says Jews from Cameroon, he said, originate from Egypt. In order to escape Islamic conquest of North Africa, all right, it said they were pushed towards the equator and settled in Central Africa 1,200 years ago. All right, and that's right, man. That's part of the curses, man, that we're gonna be scattered all over the earth. It says right here, it said Deuteronomy 28:64, it said, Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth unto the other, and thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy father had known, either wood and stone. With the wood, Christianity, stone, Islam. It said a lot of people, that's what Esau was doing, man. Not Esau, but Ishmael. Well, Esau had his hand with that plantation Christianity. It said, among these nations thou shalt find no ease, neither neither shall the sole thy foot have rest. Right? It's talking about slavery, man. Can't tell you, but Yahweh shall give thee a trembling heart and fell eyes and sorrow, man. All right. So there you go, man. It should be scattered all over the earth, man. All right. It says, Jews from Cameroon, he said, originate from Egypt in order to escape the Islamic conquest in North Africa. They was pushed towards the equator and settled in Central West Africa 1,200 years ago. Years where formerly Babdul Nagimbis was born into the Sa tribe. The word Basa, he said, from the Hebrew word from on a journey, which means blessing. Rabbi Oral claims to be a Levite descended from Moses. All right. Which proved us, correct me, man. What brothers be teaching. All right. There was I forgot which one of the states in West Africa was. It said Fort Levi. All right. It said other Jewish tribes of Cameroon, Nigeria, and Monterrey, he said, including Hassa, descend from the tribe of Issachar, who were forced to convert to Islam in the 8th and 9th century, and the Bamileke. All right, so I'll just go match up with the scripture I read, man. Now, this Hassa thing, man, that's a loosely term, man. It might be our people among the other people that's using that name, or you have to remember our people mixed in among the heathens and stuff, man. You know, but yeah, there was some there's like slaves that was labeled Hassa when they came over here, man. All right, but those were Judites, man. But it's a map of West Africa showing Issachar and Judah living side by side, man. You have to remember that not all Northern Kingdom came here to the Americas, according to 2nd Ezra 13, 39-48. All right, majority of them came over here, but a slight number of them stayed behind. All right, like Anna the prophetess. All right, in Luke chapter 2. All right, she's from Asher, and she was living among Judah, man. All right, it says right here. All right, and anyway, it says Israel gonna be scattered on earth, according to Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 27. All right. So, you know, the 12 tribes stand correct, man. All right, you got to remember, we scattered over the earth, man. All 12 tribes. Because you're going to have Issachar in Africa. You're going to have Issachar. I did my research. It was a tribe of Issachar in Poland. All right. You had Issachar over here, which are the indigenous people of Mexico, man. All right. It says right here, he said that in 1920 there were 400,000 Israelites in Cameroon, but by 1962 the number had decreased to 167 due to conversion. All right, you have to remember, you can't change your nationality no matter where you converted. All right, you probably came from a mentality that our people had in the Greco-Roman times, that when our people was going into the Greek lifestyle, becoming Hellenists, all right, that our people didn't consider them Israelites no more because they don't follow all statute commandments. All right, so that's what he's coming from. But by 1962, the number had decreased to 167,000 due to conversion from Christian and Islamic missionaries. However, he admitted that the tribes had not been accepted halachically, although he could prove their Jewish status from medieval rabbinic sources. It said Yisrael, who curriculum vitae state his birthday as the year of the beginning of the world redemption, told me that he is over 50. His father, Hasid Penel Moshe Shomo, Negimis Nenyimba, a textile manufacturer, scribe, and Mohel and Tribal had been in prison 50 times for teaching traditional Jewish beliefs. All right, so his father been in prison for teaching our people the truth over there in Cameroon. All right, so he didn't give a damn, man. He was telling the truth whether you like it or not. All right, and that's what spirit we gotta be, man. You gotta tell the truth whether you like it or not, man. when it comes according to this knowledge, man, that we are the Israelites. All right. 50 times, man. That's wow. In 1932, he had run away from Catholic school because they wanted him to train for priesthood. He wasn't feeling that bullshit, man. Users describe condition of Jews in Central Africa between 1920 and 1996 as spiritual show because of intense missionary activity. It was like the Soviet Union where the Jews had no permission for Jewish education. By then, synagogue for Sifri Torah, everything was taught by oral tradition. All right. Right, and as Esau's racing the knowledge of the Israelites over there in Central Africa, man. Same thing he did to the Israelites over here in America, man. The Israelite captain. Although young Israel Badeau was sent to a humanist boarding school from which he only returned home once a year, he remembered Jewish, when to Jewish, talking about Israelite, Jewish tradition from his early life at home. His grandfather had built a synagogue now in ruins, of which his uncle had been the last Gabbai. All right. Nevertheless, even without a synagogue, the family prayed to one invisible God in Basa language, what he said contained Aramaic Hebrew words. All right. It said Israel was circumcised when he was 8 years old. The men wore stones Teflon on their arms and wood on their head. His mother, Aurelia Nagolam, had a large kitchen which milk and meat was separate by 6 meters. Shortly before his mother died in 1957, she told him, "My beloved child, one day you will go to Yerusalem." He talking about Jerusalem. It was not until 1980 he realized that she must have meant Jerusalem. All right, same thing my grandfather told me. He said that the Most High is going to come get me and take me back to Jerusalem. All right, so he carried that tradition, man. Proving that Israelites, proving that these people right here, Israelites. Same thing with his grandmother. All right. That's what I'm talking about. She kept that tradition, man. It said, meanwhile, soon after Cameroon independence in 1960, Israel was awarded UNESCO scholarship to study in Strasbourg and Paris, where he established an impressive academic career in law and international relations. He was also heavily involved in Cameroon politics, having founded his own political party, the Bantu People Party, to oppose the Cameroon government, which he considered barbaric and monolithic fascist, and 3 times he contested position Cameroon president. Israel considered himself the only non-violent and non-communist Central African opposition to the former Cameroon government in exile. Exile, right, man? You gotta stay spiritual, man. You can't fight the heathens, especially Esau with weapons, man. You gotta stay spiritual, man. All right. The truth of spirit is the spiritual warfare. Like I said, Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12, man. It said, while last in Germany, Israel entered into civil marriage with a woman who claimed to be Jewish. They divorced when it became sure she could not prove her Jewish roots. Their son, Osiris, he claims were kidnapped by Cameroon agents who repeatedly tried to assassinate him for opposition stand. Yep, that's what happened, man. You stand up for the truth. It said in 1980, the German government canceled his refugee status, and his home and belongings were confiscated, and he was expelled. Lecturing in Greece at the time, he was advised by his lawyers to put his case to the UN Commission of Refugees in Geneva. All right. And so, I'm going to skip down here. And, all right. It says he made Aliyah in 1988, was ordained by the rabbi Safar, the chief rabbi, and appointed to rabbi to Nigerian Jews. He explained that he was not able to go to name Cameroon because of political situation. He accused the Israeli government of daily persecution, including the confiscation of belongings, preventing him from working in the country. Right, that's Esau, man. All right. He further claimed that Israel is racist in its treatment of black immigrants, accused the Israeli government trying to prevent the democratic process in Cameroon. Yep. Prevent the prosperity of Israelites in Cameroon. He believes that the Jewish agents and ministry of Leah had documents on the Jewish tribes of Africa and feared that if there were democracy in the country, then they might want to rediscover their Jewish roots. Right? That's Esau, man. Right? That's the devil, man. All right. Yep. Eli Yashim, the Israel's friend Britain, would not comment on the allegations, man. Right, man. All right. So, this is it for right now. All right. But this is about, this should prove that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites the Bible speak of, man. In particular, this topic, man, talking to you, this definitely is this article talking to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American. Prove that you are the Israelites of the Bible speak of, man. Not no damn Africans. All right, so shalom.